Hello everybody, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. It's been a long summer, but what a pre-season it has been so far. Lee's been to Japan, to Hull, to Melbourne. Now he's back at St James's Park. It's finished Newcastle United 4, Girona 0, and this is the last
didn't mention no places though, did he?
Yeah, so welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. I'm here with Lee and I'm here with Dave and Lorraine as well. We're going to talk all things Newcastle United 4, Girona 0. Lee, we'll start things off. You don't need to move, Dave. You can come and stand here. We're not going to bite you.
I'm okay.
But Lee, it's so difficult to really tell what starting 11 Eddie Howe's going to put out, because he's going to put one starting 11 tomorrow, one starting 11 today. What did you make of it?
You're right, Johnny. We had a look at the lineup before, about an hour before kick-off, and then we try to work out who's left out because they'll play tomorrow. That's what we're working out. Very strong, still a very strong side. You're probably looking at, obviously, Trippier and Bruno, the big two that'll come in tomorrow, with one or two others. But good turnout, over nearly 32,000 here. So, and I'm sure we're going to talk about the game in a second, but very strong lineup, and I know we'll talk about a couple of under 21s that you mentioned. Jamie Miley, obviously great to see him get a start.
Yeah, and Dave, Jamie Miley did get a start, and obviously you've seen him at Hull as well. For anyone that hasn't seen Jamie Miley play, what would you say is his strengths as a player? Because is he similar to his brother in terms of Lewis Miley, or do you think he's a little bit different?
I would say he's about the same. He just does the simple things. He doesn't try to do not stupid. He just keeps it simple. He just is what he is. No,
I think he's more defensive, isn't he?
Yeah, it's hard to say when he's against. Yet again, with Hull, one that he wasn't against a good opposition. I'd like to see him against a good strong midfield to see really if you could put an opinion on him. I just like it because he keeps it simple. Yeah, he just keeps it simple. He plays nothing silly.
Yeah, it's very, very similar in regards to Lewis Miley from that. Lorraine, your debut on Newcastle Fans TV, and I'll give you an easy question. Alexander Isak, Anthony Gordon, Jacob Murphy. Do you think that's the forward three that's probably going to start against Southampton next week?
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully. Do you think Jacob Murphy's done enough? Because he's scored so many goals in pre-season, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has done well. It's
You're camera shy, eh?
yeah. The cameras.
You aren't an off-shot woman.
I can talk. It's just when you ask me questions, I get all.
No, but how good was it to see Anthony Gordon as well? Because he's someone that no one really expected to start. Didn't play a lot. He's only been back in pre-season for 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's really good, Anthony. I think. I'm gone.
You're going.
It's gone.
She's gone. She's had enough.
This is what happens when it's live.
I'll tell you what. I'll ask you. I'll ask you, Dave. Anthony Gordon, Alexander Isak, Jacob Murphy. That's the forward three that started tonight. Is that the forward three that starts against Southampton next Saturday afternoon?
Yes.
Easily.
Yeah, easily. Very, very easy. Murphy deserves to start against Southampton because of the pre-season he's had. He has been really, really good over pre-season. He deserves to start against Southampton. Miggy, we all love him, but no. Murphy deserves a start.
Fair enough. And Lee, look, the first 45 minutes, that's where all the goals, and you're thinking, I can't believe they've turned it around and we're shooting towards Gallagher. But in hindsight, that was probably the best thing that was meant to happen, really, because you get to see all the action. And Newcastle started like a house on fire. Sean Longstaff, I know, divides opinion with every Newcastle fan, but he keeps scoring goals, whether it's pre-season or Premier League. And he scored after 3 minutes from Jacob Murphy's little pass it to Isak. He plays it back across the box, and Longstaff with a close finish, but it's 1-0.
Can't miss, can you? Got a double. I know you'll talk about that in a sec, but I expected more from Girona. These are a Champions League outfit.
Yeah.
Finished third in La Liga. And it's like, I know that Manchester City have just pinched their best player, but they were really poor and they couldn't cope with the high press. The high press was brilliant.
I don't even know what they were playing. They weren't playing a pressing game, they weren't playing a holding,
And
they weren't sitting
pressing.
in, they were just doing nothing.
We were like on them all the
They
time.
just were doing
I'll
nothing.
do Chris Kamara, on them like beavers.
I wasn't impressed with them. I just don't get what they were trying to do. The match plan, I think, they just turned up to make the numbers up.
Was it not our plan though?
I don't know, because even when they were attacking, they weren't doing anything. Do you know what I mean? They looked better when they brought the subs on.
I agree.
And I say 1-0 quickly went to 2-0 Lorraine, and Jacob Murphy, who, like Dave's just said, really likes the fact that he's going to start probably next week. I think that's his 5th or 6th goal in pre-season already. It's been absolutely fantastic. What did you make of his finish today? He was right in the top corner, wasn't it?
It was great. It's I can't wait to see what else he can do.
What do you think's a realistic target for Jacob Murphy? Do you think he should be looking at around about 7 to 10 goals next season, or do you think that's unrealistic?
Yeah, definitely. It's he hasn't half come along. It's totally.
You're only talking to me. Forget about that.
I can't help it.
I think Dave, have you ever seen The Rain Lost for Words?
Yes.
I have now anyway.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Both.
I can see the light.
Hey,
Don't go near the light.
At the end of the tunnel.
Don't go near the light.
Lee, 2-0 was very quickly.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
2-0 was very, very quickly 3-0. And Sean Longstaff again. But how did Joe Linton not score that header?
You don't have to
Handball.
bite.
No, that was fourth.
Handball.
That was the 4th goal.
You don't have to
I'll
bite the bait either.
I'll tell a lie. We'll go back and we'll ask the question again. It was 2-0 for a very short period, and then it was 3-0. Isak plays the ball into Anthony Gordon. Gordon plays it through, past the goalkeeper Gazaniga, the former Tottenham and Southampton goalkeeper, who makes it 3-0. And it was, the results. Yes, maybe you can call it important or not, but it was nice to see some goals, and Gordon, great finish.
Confidence in it. And look, the result doesn't really matter. Newcastle could have come here and got beat the neat off Girona. Champions League outfit, finished 3rd. You would probably say fair enough. But goals gives you confidence, and he's obviously only played 45 minutes, had a lot of time off during the summer in terms of match play. Mm-hmm. But obviously he's had a lot of time on the training pitch, so he's only just come back, played 45 minutes. That's probably the plan, and obviously because we've seen Trevor and Sanusi come on. But it's a goal, breeds confidence, and winning does breed confidence as well. So 3-0, and it's just, go on then, how many do you want to go and get?
And it could have been more. Alexander Isak. Exactly, Dave. Alexander Isak did everything today.
Mr. Penalty.
You tee it up. I was going to give it the whole build-up with the whole build-up play. He got out-muscled, but he won the ball back, drifted between 2 or 3 players, and then got fouled inside the box. That's the best of Alexander Isak.
Yeah.
The penalty miss, that's 2 penalties missed in a row.
Is it a miss though? Just to stick up for him?
Is it a miss or a save, Dave? What do you think?
It was easy for the keeper, to be fair. It was the right height. It wasn't in the corner either, it was just off the corner, so it was the right height for a keeper. You'd expect a keeper to save if he gets it the right way.
Yeah, certainly. And it didn't take long for Newcastle to go from 3-0 to 4-0, and I'll stick with you, Dave, on this one. Great way from Jacob Murphy, where he drifts. He has that little trick where he goes with the outside of his right foot towards the byline. Little ding. Joe Linton shouldn't really miss from that header from 2 yards out, but he does. Handball?
Handball.
By who?
By the defender on the line. Joe Linton heads it and scoops off the line.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it hit the other side of the ball.
No, handball. Because I even shouted for it, everybody around the back, I was shouting for it as well. Defender, off the line, right hand, easy. And that's when he came in and smashed it.
Well, Longstaff did make it 4-0, the great finish. Again, 2 goals. What's your feelings on Sean Longstaff? Because, hey, come on, Dave. I can't have you walking away. But no, in all seriousness, because look, I think he even admits it himself. He's not the sexiest name. He's not the best footballer, but he's there to do a job. And isn't he just kind of silencing the doubters with every time he plays well?
If we have Tonali back, which is obviously coming back, and we have Bruno and we have Joe Linton,
And Willock.
he doesn't get in there. And Willock, he doesn't get in there. Does not get in there.
But if he keeps on playing well, Tonali's going to have to wait, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's only waiting 2 games. But even if Tonali's still got to get match fitness, I'd prefer Willock in there than Sean.
I think we've got to praise him though, because the amount of times as a channel that we've come on and criticise him, tonight he deserves a lot of praise.
He does, because obviously he scored his 2 goals.
And I think he knows that Tonali's coming back, he knows that Willock's coming back, and it should improve his game. A bit like Jacob Murphy, he knows that Newcastle, they should be signing a right winger, so it should improve their game.
The thing is with Sean is, what I don't get, is he does the same season. No, he's never shown in my eyes that little bit of improvement. He just does the same as what he has done.
I think he had a massive...
Yeah, but he's not the same as when he was with Rafa. That season we had with Rafa, remember when I think it was Pep Guardiola came out and he said the midfield of ours.
Is he not a different player though, Dave? From that moment, has he been turned into a different player by Eddie Howe?
I prefer that one than this one.
But is it not? Let's be brutally honest. Rafa Benitez type of football and Eddie Howe type of football, Lee. It's completely polar opposites, isn't it?
It's very different. I think
it is very different. It is very I am one of the ones. I think he's like Marmite. You either like him or you don't. There's no in between in my eyes. It's either you either like or you don't. And
I like him.
I don't. I mean, I've stayed at home many times, shouted at the telly.
Sean Longstaff's one of our own.
Because he scored 2 goals.
What happens next week?
You're going to back the lad if he scores 2 goals.
No, but like I say, 4-0, and Newcastle could have had a lot more. You know, there was chances for so many different players today. I don't know how Isak didn't score today. Half-time, Lee, you've seen a lot of Sanusi, who has impressed. He's been getting minutes, and he's got a good 45 minutes today. He came off Anthony Gordon, which I think a lot of Newcastle fans expected Anthony Gordon to get maximum 60 minutes. But how do you think Sanusi played, and does he get a chance in this Newcastle squad? Because he may have to. Who knows?
I think if an injury happens, I think he will be that next man on the bench. I've said this kid is special. I've said that all pre-season, watch him go, and he's very much in the mould of ASM / the Wall of War, if you're old enough to remember him. Very much raw. We've seen it a couple of times in the 45 minutes. He's lost the ball by doing too much. But I think at the stage now, his development, he also knows when to pass. He doesn't have to go, right, I'll take you on again. I'll take you on a bit. He doesn't do that. So when he's took on his player, he then knows when to pass. That's intelligent for a 17-year-old. So if there's an injury, unfortunately, Miggy will be ahead of him. We know that. We know that Jacob Murphy.
Why unfortunately?
Because I think Sanusi has the potential for him this season, can offer more than Miggy. I'm not saying that.
Would you play him right side or left side?
He can play both.
Because if he's playing left side, he's got no chance, has he, really, with Harvey Barnes and...
Possibly not, but if there's an injury...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I think he's a great option, because a lot of people won't know him. So we play... Don't know how we're getting the second round of the League Cup. What a brilliant time to give him a start against Lower League.
He's been brilliant. Sanusi,
he's a real positive this pre-season, so is Jimmy.
Against Hull, he enjoyed his time at Hull, didn't he? He was all over the place against Hull. He shot up big time.
And that's what we like. We like exciting wingers. We like seeing young players coming through the academy and get given a chance. We even saw Ben Parkinson, who should have scored really. It was fantastic with him there. Sanusi and Alexander Isak should have really buried it. But John Ruddy came on as well and got had a couple of touches of the ball, and it was nice to see him get some minutes as well. But it did finish Newcastle United 4, Girona 0. He has really, really improved. Who was your man of the match tonight?
Lewis Hall.
Are you just saying that because you've got a straight bet?
Lewis Hall was solid. He had the 2 blocks. Second half. He was just solid left back. Yet again, he's in that position where he is going to start because Dan Burn's got to play centre back when the season starts because of the injuries we've got. But I can't see why he shouldn't be starting every week.
Man of actually,
Sean Longstaff.
Yeah, I
might surprise a few people, but 2 goals from centre midfielder. What else can you ask?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
If he does that a couple of times this season, be more than happy.
Yeah,
Sean Longstaff for me.
I don't disagree with that. I would have gone with Joe Linton. I think Joe Linton was absolutely rock solid, and he didn't give Girona's midfield a chance to breathe this evening. But don't disagree with Lewis Hall. Don't disagree with Sean Longstaff. But there'll be plenty more chances that we'll get to see Newcastle United. Well, what about tomorrow? You've got the men and the women's team playing at St James's Park.
I've got a question for you.
You've got a question for me? Come on then.
Are we ready for the Premier League?
Yes. We are ready, but we could do with a right winger.
Even though Trippier's not fully back, I know you'll play tomorrow. Gordon's only played 45. Are we ready for Southampton?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we are because of who we're playing against, and that's with the greatest of respect.
Squad, I don't know, but starting 11, yes. Yeah. Because with Trippier even missing, we've got Tino. Yet again, I think he's had a good pre-season. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's been solid back yet again. As a starting 11, yes, I do think we're ready because the team has shown over the last week. We've only seen them against Hull and here, and they've shown enough, I think. Whereas squad-wise, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, but I personally think we are. I think because it's Southampton and the greatest respect to them, promoted team, they're going to come here and think, we can mix it, but let's be honest. We'll see what happens. We'll do another last word tomorrow for the Newcastle men's and women's team. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We'll also talk about transfers. Mark Gahey is a right winger coming to Newcastle. Who knows? But we'll mention that tomorrow in the last word. It's the women's team. They're up against AC Milan. It's a 1 o'clock kick-off, so make sure you're here at St James's Park to cheer on the lasses. And then the men's team take on Stade Brest.
It's Brest in English.
Yes, and so that'll be an interesting game. Hopefully Newcastle will get a few goals and we get to see some good performances from certain players. But yeah, big thanks to Lorraine, big thanks to Dave, big thanks to Lee. We'll see you all in about 14 hours. Have a nice night.